This is my disc destroyer. It's a mean little machine with one job, testing grinding discs. With so many grinding discs and countless reviews, it's hard to separate fact from fiction. This is where the disc destroyer comes in. It cuts through the noise, delivering real results. No bias, no sponsorships, just cold hard tests. Grinding discs can face a lot of real-world challenges, like high and low pressures, hot and cold materials, and of course, fast and slow speeds. This machine tests it all, so that we can finally find the truth in the reviews. Today I am testing the Pferd fiber disc, coming in at $4.20. This disc is on the higher side of pricing when it comes to fiber discs, so I was surprised when I couldn't find any reviews. Is the Pferd worth the $4.20 price tag? Let's test it and find out. Let me break this down for you. Each disc will be grinding this test bar to see how much it can remove within 20 minutes time. This will chart out its story and tell us exactly how this disc behaves based on how much material it removes at any given point. But if the disc stops effectively grinding the bar, or just straight up disintegrates, the test is over. Let's begin. You know the phrase, let the grinder do the work? Well, a grinder is about 4 pounds, so I started off with that exact weight on my rig. When the test started, the disc removed material at a slow rate. It lasted a little over 2 minutes before the disc glazed. The Pferd had only removed 1 inch over that time. I needed to see if I could improve this disc's performance using the same amount of pressure. To do this, I preheated the first couple inches of a test bar. This will simulate the disc's contact with a hot weld. And so the test began. I was hopeful this was going to break in the disc, and it did end up performing better. It lasted 3 minutes and ground off 3 inches of material. But this was only a slight improvement, because it was still glazing. So I'm going to have to change one of the test variables to overcome this, and hopefully get a better performance out of the Pferd. So I added more pressure, doubling the weight from 4 pounds to 8. And when I ran the test again with the room temperature test bar, the disc's removal rate improved. At almost 15 minutes, taking off slightly over 12 inches. The increased pressure definitely made a positive difference in all categories. But I then had to stop the test due to the disc getting torn up. I wondered if there was a way to improve the disc's performance even more. I decided to push the disc harder by simulating a hot weld. So I added the heat, and the disc started cutting at a faster rate than in the cold test, and lasted about 15 minutes, the same as the previous test. But it performed better, taking off over 13 inches of material from the coupon. I had to stop the test because the disc had finally glazed over, but not before taking off an impressive amount of metal. So what can we take away from this? Well, this disc is $4.20, which is on the higher side of fiber discs, but it did perform well with the heavier pressure cold and hot tests. Using light pressure probably won't result with its optimal performance. So to make it worth it, heavier pressure is the way to go. If you'd like to see the data I've collected for this disc, as well as the other discs in these tests, I've posted them at the Fireball forum, linked in the description. I'm going to keep posting more and more of these test videos, so stay tuned to find the truth in the reviews. And if you're wondering why I built the rig the way I did, how it works, and what it's all about, I have a video that goes into great detail that you should check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.